Hey guys, it's Lexy. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you are new. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a delicious breakfast casserole with you guys. I have cooked this up for so many friends, so many family members. Everybody seriously loves this recipe, you guys. It is a hit every time. It is something that only takes a few minutes to put together. The oven does the work for you. It is amazing. And what I love about it, you can customize it however you want. You could set out the bacon for turkey bacon. You can make this vegetarian and get rid of the meat altogether and add like some peppers and some tomatoes. You can really just customize it the way you see fit, but this is my favorite way to have it. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell it through the camera. It smells delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Here's everything you're going to need for the recipe. You can definitely sub out any of these ingredients and really make this your own, but I love using these little baby potatoes. They're the honey gold ones, but any potatoes will work. I use a full bag of these. We're gonna get these chopped up really small. I also use a full pack of bacon. You can use turkey bacon, you can use breakfast sausage, or you can make this vegetarian as well. And I use 1 onion. You can also throw in like a green pepper, some tomatoes in there if you're making it vegetarian. That's a really good way to make it too. I like to use sharp cheddar cheese, but use any cheese of your choice. I do use a little bit of these green onions. This one's optional. Sometimes I use these, sometimes I don't. If I have them on hand, I love the crunch that it gives. And then of course you're gonna need some eggs to make this casserole. I use 8 eggs, but 7 to 10 eggs depending on how many people you are feeding. So let's go ahead and get started with this recipe. So I have everything prepped out. I also have my little meal prepping bowls. It makes it so easy to just chop everything up, put it in this bowl. I will link these down below because they're really great at like prepping everything out. So first thing we're gonna do is we're going to chop our potatoes. So I chop them in half lengthwise, chop that piece in half, and then chop it in half again. So you get these little tiny pieces, and that is how I chop them up. So just go ahead and get the entire bag chopped up. Now that we have our little baby potatoes all chopped up, we're gonna go ahead and chop up our green onions as well. Like I said, I don't always use my green onions. If I have them on hand, I will use them, but most days I don't have green onions, so I don't get to use them. But since I have some in the fridge, it will add some really delicious flavor. So I'm just going to chop these up, and I'm not gonna use this whole bunch, but I can add this to like eggs in the morning. So I figured I would just chop up the whole bunch and then just store it in like this little meal prep container so I can have them on hand. So the only thing left we have to do is we're gonna chop up 1 onion. We're also going to get the bacon chopped up in really small pieces. And then after that, we're just going to be whisking 8 eggs. Like I said, with the eggs, you can whisk between 7 and 10 eggs, depending on how many people you are trying to feed. I find 8 is the perfect amount, so I'm gonna be doing 8 in this video. So I like my breakfast casserole to be super flavorful, so I am going to be doing different rounds of seasonings, but we're going to be starting with seasoning the eggs with just some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. So we have all of our ingredients prepped out. We have our eggs, our bacon that I chopped up. We also have 1 onion, 1 bag of those baby potatoes, and then some green onion. So what we're gonna go ahead and do now is we're going to cook up the potatoes and the onion, but we're not going to cook it through. We just kind of want to brown it up a bit, and then we're going to be frying up our bacon, and then we'll be ready to assemble our casserole. Like I said, we are not cooking the potatoes all the way through. You really just want to get them brown so they're extra crispy in the casserole. So I just put a couple of tablespoons of some olive oil and I sauteed up my onions until they're translucent. Add those baby potatoes in and just cook them for about 5 minutes and get them browned. And you do want to cook your bacon through so it's nice and crispy for the casserole. And then you can just go ahead and drain it, and then we'll be ready to assemble everything. So to assemble this casserole, go ahead and spray a casserole dish with some nonstick spray. Go ahead and add your baby potatoes, your bacon, add your green onions on top if you have some on hand, and then go ahead and mix everything together. Then I will go ahead and add my egg mixture. And before we top this casserole with some cheddar cheese, I go ahead and season the top of everything with just some salt and some pepper. And then you're gonna be topping the casserole with some cheddar cheese, you guys. It is seriously so good. I use the sharp cheddar, but you can use your favorite cheese. Okay, so here's how the breakfast casserole is looking. Now we're gonna let the oven do the rest of the work for us. We went ahead and topped it with some cheddar cheese. Do you guys see how good this looks? You can put as much cheese as you want. I probably used about half of a cup, maybe a little bit more, but I'm gonna pop this in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes and then we will be ready to dive in. Here, the cheese bubbling. Oh my gosh, this looks delicious. So I ended up doing 35 minutes. I do like the cheese to kind of brown a bit, which is why I did 35 minutes. If you don't like your cheese like that, you can just do 30 minutes, but this smells absolutely incredible. I'm gonna let this cool down and then we are gonna do a little bit of a taste test. Also, while it's cooling, I have some of those green onions and I just like to top them on top. It makes it look really pretty and it also gives it a really good crunch as well. So we're just going to top a little bit of those green onions on top. And there you have it. All right, it has officially cooled off and it is smelling my entire house up. Oh my gosh, let's get a nice slice. You guys see this goodness? Still hot. Now, my favorite way to have this is I'll put a little bit of red Frank's Hot on top and it is so good with hot sauce. My husband has it with salsa on top, or you can have it plain. It really is seriously so good plain too. But when I'm done filming this video, I'm probably gonna put a little bit of hot sauce on top. Get some of that egg, potato, some of that bacon. So good. This is absolutely amazing, you guys. Now, you can definitely meal prep this out as well. My sister, I was telling her that I was making this for a video, and she is so excited to make it. She hasn't recreated it yet. She's waiting for my video to go live. But she said she's going to meal prep this out for the entire week, like make this big tray of it and just heat it up in the microwave before work. And I was like, that is such a brilliant idea. I usually make it Saturday mornings, but this is actually not that healthy. You can actually make it a lot more healthier by reducing, like using like a low fat cheddar cheese, but that's really the only thing in here that's not that healthy. And you can do like turkey bacon. So that would be such a good thing to meal prep out. So I wanted to share that tip with you guys. So good. Okay guys, that completes the recipe of my delicious breakfast casserole. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Let me know down below if you're going to recreate it and if you want me to continue to film recipes here on my channel. I can definitely make this a weekly thing if you guys enjoy my recipes, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.